All right, shalom, shalom. What's going on, brothers? Um, as men, as men, um, we have got to get back to the um, the strong bond that we had. And what I mean by the strong bond that we had is that it was more of a community type ordeal with the men of Israel. You had multiple men who were skilled at multiple things to handle each and every situation that would come about dealing with the nation as a whole. Um, we've lost sight of that. Just being out here on the road almost 2 years now, um, I've ran into a few Israelite brothers. Some of them are, camp based or whatnot. Some of them, just simply, know who we are, and we kind of operate the same and things of that nature. Overall, good brothers. Every now and again we talk, we exchange ideas. Some of them are not as strong in the Torah, and I have to remind most Israelites that I speak to that we just woke up yesterday. Regardless of how long you have been in this truth, we just woke up yesterday. So, as long as I've been in this truth, there is something I could still learn from someone who literally just came into this knowledge 2 weeks ago. Even though I've been in longer, someone 2 weeks ago still has the ability to um, teach, not on a broad scale in front of a congregation, but whatever the Most High put in their spirit that I may have overlooked in my years of Torah studies, you know that new brother may be able to say, hey, Ak, blah 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 whoop de wop whoop de whoop. Where am I going with all of this? All right, so we have a major disconnect as a whole in the community of the men of Ysrael. We have a tendency to tuck our tails when it comes to things we feel that we are afraid of losing. I'm gonna tell you something, man. You will never lose anything that Yah has already ordained for you. You can never, you will never lose anything that Yah has ordained for you. So, going back to the days of old and how we used to be, brothers, we have to operate more frequently with the spirit of discernment. And it's not about reading people and things of that nature, but it's about when you come across things or options. We know we are more logical than emotional as men, okay? We know that. We know that we're more logical than emotional. Before we operate in full logic, listen clearly. Give me an attentive ear. Before we operate in full logic, remember your Creator. Take the matter before Him. Then execute judgment. So you have the situation at hand. You take the matter to the Creator, wait on His response, and then you execute. Here's why. When you righteously execute something, men of Israel, sons of Yah, after you have taken it to the Most High, can't nobody on this earth move you or shake you or cause you to be persuaded from your final decision. Because guess what? If that decision was for you to make and for you to operate and do XYZ, any outside opinions or influences don't really matter, right? I'll give you an example. You had a group of individuals who prophesied a certain thing concerning the 400 years, and a lot of those people are looking crazy in the face right now. To each his own. This ain't nothing new. This been going on. You see what I'm saying? It's just a lack of understanding for what the scriptures really say, right? So if that information was truly given by the Most High, then everything that was outlined and detailed on how it was supposed to go would go, because Yah is not a man that he should lie, right? So another example would be something as simple as how you govern your family. Govern. I didn't say run or anything. How you govern your family. If you, as the head, you decide after prayer, hearing from the Father, if you decide and it has been given to you that though a plan had been set to move and do XYZ, and then the moment comes for that to be executed from what your previous timetable was, and you decide, no, we are no longer going to do that, it's going to make people mad. They're going to say, oh, well, you said this and why, blah, 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 blah. Your only answer is, Yah has not told me to righteously execute this move at this time. Oh, well, we done did this and we done got that, this, that, and that. I hear you, but now is not the time. If we do this now, it's not going to last. That's what people have to understand. Men, that is what you have to understand. Just because everything looks good on the surface doesn't mean that it's going to last. Just because everything looks good on the surface doesn't mean it's going to last. It doesn't mean it has longevity to it. Here's why. We have become so brainwashed with the thinking of, okay, you only got one life to live. You need to go ahead and do this. You need to go ahead and do that and do this and do that, do this, do that. Because tomorrow, I promise you need to go ahead and do this, do this, da, da, da. Guess what? Should today be your last breath, you can't even think about everything you haven't done on this earth. Some of y'all will catch that. If you don't know why I spoke to death in that manner, get inside the book. If today was your last day, you will not remember everything that you quote unquote didn't have a chance of doing, this, that, and the third. You're not going to die with regrets. Only the living can try to, foresee, oh man, well, I don't want to die, and then knowing that, listen to how that sounds. I don't want to die knowing that I haven't done all that I could do. How about not living knowing that you haven't done your purpose in Yah? How about that? Focus on that instead of worrying about, I don't want to die and then be like, man, I could have did this, I could have did that, because that's not going to be your thought process. Excuse me. And if you don't know where I got that from, search the scriptures. It's right there. Search the scriptures. It's right there. Men, those of us who have sons, we are the example. If the mother or mothers of your sons appear to challenge your authority, and what I mean by challenge is something as simple as, no, you can't go outside right now. I told him he could. Now y'all know that translates to, okay, I'm gonna go ask dad, and if daddy say no, then I'm gonna go ask mama, because mama can always get daddy to do what? Change his mind. The child cannot be raised with the thinking of, if daddy says no, I can utilize mom as a tool to override daddy's rule. Play that back and you'll catch what I said. So I just wanted to drop that on you men. We got to get back to our communal effort in leading this nation, because we cannot expect our women and children to live the right way and we're not being the righteous examples. Not according to the world, on what the world deems a good man is and things of that nature. No, what that word says. If we compared the world's definition to what a good man is and is not to the word, it's a lot of stuff missed, because a good man, according to the world, is a walking dead man. A good man, according to the world, is a walking dead man. Why? He spends so much time catering and doing, catering and doing, catering and doing, catering and doing. I seen a celebrity, I'm not going to mention their name, I seen a celebrity say on a video that every day I wake up, I should be thinking of new ways to make my woman happy. Every day I wake up, I should be thinking of new ways to make my woman happy. Now, if you are of a world mindset, you have no problem with that. But if you are Torah based, you should have a big problem with that. Here is why. Number one, if that woman ain't happy that she woke up and got breath in her body and she ain't happy about that, everything else is pointless. Why? Because it is Yah who wakes us up, not your alarm clock. If that woman gets up that next day and is not happy that, you know, there's a place to lay her head, if that's not enough to make her happy, she got a problem. If that woman can have food to eat, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, or whatever, if that don't make her happy, that's a problem. If that woman doesn't understand that she has another day to get right with the Most High and that don't make her happy enough, she got a problem. Think about it. We have been mistaught. I'm going to continue to say we have been mistaught that, oh, when you get you a good woman, you got to spoil her, right? You got to spoil her. I challenge you to look up the definition of spoil and tell me if it sounds anything loving or romantic. Spoil. Why would you want to spoil your woman? Look up the definition. And again, this is a Torah-based mindset versus the world, because the world will tell you it's nothing wrong with being spoiled. But at the same time, I bet you won't drink spoiled milk. And with that, I'll leave you with shalom.